Hi, my name's Daniel, and welcome back to another episode of It's Time We Talk About the show. We talk about conspiracy theories and see what other people have to say. Joining me this week, we have.
Oh God, I'm back
He's back.
and
It's
I'm
Harry.
better than ever.
So how are you doing, Harry?
I'm good. How are you doing, mate?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for today's topic.
It's gonna
It,
be a good one.
okay, so obviously we've already asked you some questions, so we'll just ask you, see if they've changed. If you could have a bath of anything, what would it be?
Cheese.
Cheese. Okay, so that's a lot more mature than the milk we had last time. I like that.
See what I did there?
And in a parallel universe, will we be married? So a different parallel.
100%.
Oh, okay. So two.
Actually, different parallel universe. No, you would cheat on me.
I'm s- I'm sorry. I
You
didn't think
should
that.
be.
You
You
know,
broke my heart.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. So I think it's time we talk about Area 50.
Area 51.
Everything I'm about to read now is everything which is supposedly what's in Area 51. Okay. So the first one is the storage, examination, and reverse engineering of crashed alien spacecraft, including materials supposedly recovered at Roswell. What have we got to say about that?
It's a bit secretive, isn't it? Like I've seen videos online. You can't even get into like a 50-mile radius of it. To be fair, there is a restaurant like
Yeah, it's
right
just
before they stop you. It shows you it's a restaurant that sells stuff. Think how much money they'll get.
It's like you can't go in there, but you can come in here and get free boy.
Now,
Yeah. There's supposedly loads. It's rumored that there's space alien crafts inside the thing, and they're using that to build technology to help us. And part of me thinks maybe that's where we got the smartphone from with the touch screen. I think that's quite intelligent. But then another part of me thinks if they've got all this technology, why am I not like bouncing 3 feet off the ground with my moon shoes? Why is it only like half a meter off the ground, you know?
I mean, if you think about it, okay, think about this big fit a lot. We surely can't be the only ones alive in this world. Think
Mhm.
how big the universe. Well, space is essentially endless, isn't it? It's infinite. It never ends. We can't be the only ones alive.
Mm.
So surely something must have been like, yo, Earth over there looks pretty nice.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I'm
why would
gonna
they come to Earth? You've got all these glorious planets. They just go, you know what?
because
That one.
in our solar system, we're the only planet that we know of, though, that has water and
Mm.
has livable
Well,
conditions.
Mars, I'm looking at the other day, there was water on Mars, which is why people think there's this whole theory, which is quite interesting, that we used to live on Mars and
I've
then
seen this.
we fucked up and then
Yeah, pretty much.
we
We
got an escape
fucked it
pod
up.
and then we launched the escape pod onto Earth with only two people in it, Adam and Eve, and that's the meteorite which killed the dinosaurs.
So not only have you incorporated Adam and Eve into
Well,
this,
can I just say, I do not want credit for this theory, as amazing it is. Oh, so hang on. Wait,
you
watch this, Harry. I can be in Area 51 right now. Oh,
Area 55, yeah.
oh, look.
Whoa, how'd you get in there?
Carry on.
Um, Not only have you incorporated Adam and Eve, which is the religious side, you've also got the dinosaurs, which
Yeah,
isn't the religious side.
I think whoever came up with this is a genius. Should be
Pretty
credited.
much. Albert Einstein on his deathbed just goes, yo, you know Mars? Yeah, we used to live there. Yeah, we flew over.
At his funeral, do you reckon he's just a case of these things like lying there and someone said like, "Oh, I've just cured time travel," and he just opens one eye like.
I'm,
They got all these books saying, "Oh, these are all these unpublished books. Let's just scribble out his name and write ours." And he just pops back and just takes the pen.
wait a minute.
No, no, no.
Oh, no, no.
So next point I have is at Area 51, meetings or joint undertakings with extraterrestrials took place. Now, there's a guy named Victor who claimed he had seen alien interrogations with a telepathic chat between the two in the footage. So this is a picture of the actual footage. How fucking creepy is that?
No, that reminds me of. You remember that one episode? Well, the 2 episodes of Doctor Who where he dies, and like there's about the lost girl, and they're all in
Oh,
the White House.
the silence ones and that.
Yeah, the three finger men. You remind me of him.
I just realised, what if we've interpreted the silence the wrong the whole time? They're actually just doing gang signs. They're just like,
Yo, boss man.
you forget us.
What are you saying?
Yeah, so this is the footage, and he claims that this is a live video. I'm just saying, first of all, this looks very similar to the Kim West tape, their famous tape, which made her famous. The only difference is maybe if we up the contrast, up the lighting a bit, we might be able to see.
To see Kim in the background like this.
You just see AJ, he's just there like. But yeah, no, this is actual for it's the footage he provided.
Yeah.
Cool. Can we just talk about how massive this alien's head is?
You might be insecure about it.
It's a baked bean.
Why? I know it's big. Leave me alone.
How do you think he sleeps? Do you think he it's like that?
No,
or-
he sleeps on his head. He handstands, sleeps.
But yeah, so they say they had a machine. He claims there was a machine which they telepathically spoke to the alien himself.
That'd be pretty sick. Because you
What?
wouldn't actually have to speak, would you? You just think of it.
What I think is crazy is we've got if technology like that existed, it's very similar to what we're getting with Elon Musk with the telekinetic, not telekinetic,
Oh yeah.
the
I know you know that.
thing, which is like you can download music to your head. I was thinking that the other day. How bad is like I do not want to be in. I don't want to have that in my head and then hear pay for Spotify Premium now. Like I'm just saying, like I want to listen to some chill music at night time, like Ale Maria. And then one Spotify Premium, pay more now. And you're just there like, oh.
What the hell?
Yeah. So what do you think of this footage here? What have you got to say?
It's very dark, which is a key factor, which I think makes it fake. Because when it's dark, you can hide stuff in dark clothes. I think you go out when it's dark, you want to hide from something, you wear black stuff because you can't see it. That could just be a man in a black suit with a mask on. Because think you can easily fake a mask like that, couldn't you?
Yeah. But also
So I just think that.
I think as well, it's very stereotypical alien.
Yeah. If you think of an alien, you'd think big head.
That's that when you say alien, that's what you think. It's
Yeah.
big black eyes, massive bulbous head, looking like a testicle,
A massive testicle head.
This is him in his interview. I just want to talk about it. First of all, how much more do I have to do to unlock him to continue the interview?
No, EA made this game. You got to spend like £100 just to unlock his face.
Do you reckon it was a low budget interview and they just couldn't afford lights?
No, the light died halfway through. That already started. Might as well continue.
Imagine if there was a light on him, he'd be like, "Yeah, I don't want to be seen," and it's just a bright light. Can you see me? Yeah, no, you're fine. And he's just like bright, like as bright as you and me are. Like, yeah, I really don't want my name on this. It's like, no, you're all right. This guy used to work at.
I mean, I take it his name obviously isn't Victor.
I don't, obviously not, but I think it's more for safety purposes that his name.
Yeah, it definitely is, because if like the US Army was like, what Victor worked at Area 51? Victor Romanoff.
Some poor guy named Victor's just there, like on a 1960s evening. He's just put pie out on the shelf, and his wife's like, "Honey, come, we're gonna play some foosball in the living room." He's like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to." And then like he's like, "Hang on, let me just check the pie."
The house gets nuked. No, the whole house just gets nuked, and stories can't be out.
Yeah. So this guy, what I love is that he's worn everything to cover up and make him look more like a silhouette, except the white shirt.
Yeah, he's genius. He's thrown you off. He wants you to think it's white, but it's actually an Area 51 color changing T-shirt.
Also, what's the necessity of the plant?
That is very true.
Like, it's got
What?
nothing to do with Area 51. It's just randomly there. Hang on, let me just. The development of exotic energy weapons for the Strategic Defense Initiative, or SDI, or other weapons programs. You're thinking exactly the same thing as me.
That's such an unfortunate name to call it an STI. What STI you got? Energy weapons or a sexually transmitted infection?
Imagine going to the doctor. Imagine going to the doctor and he's just there like, yes, it says here you already had an encounter with STIs. So say it again.
So what?
Energy weapons? Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, cool. Why didn't you just say that?
God. But I think that could be true because think technology is advancing rapidly. Surely we're going to have an energy weapon soon.
So I wrote down earlier, it is actually over 2.7. No, was it 2.7? It was over 12,000 feet in like area, but I think it's like 2.7 miles of area, all that space.
Surely something must be going on.
Yeah, I mean, like,
and it's in the middle of nowhere, literally. It's in a desert, isn't it?
You know,
why there?
You know, guys as well, like they're so simple, like they could just have a room with a TV and a sofa. Yeah, I don't think that's the case of Area 51. They're not just going to be like, oh, yeah, we've got a base there, we've got.
It's just a massive gaming setup. You know the big hangars? Nah, they're full of storage racks.
It's like general, cool dude, yeah.
I'd love to meet somebody who's been to Area 51, like see who left it, and just be like, "Yo, it's 50 quid. Tell me everything you know."
It's just like, yeah, there's aliens. There's like a special butt rays. Speaking on that of meeting someone who was in Area 51, we can talk about this point. So Robert Laser was shot to global fame with an interview he had given with a Las Vegas radio station. In the year he was taken, he actually worked at Area 51, and he stated that he was taken there and he was on a blacked out bus. So they took him there in a blacked out bus, and he claimed he saw saucers and a generator for the saucers, and powered by a red substance. Now, what else? He was known for sure all about his clandestine extraterrestrial activities. He claimed it to be a place where the extraterrestrial was studied, and in fact, the area, according to Laser, housed alien aircrafts. Personally, it sounds very much like he just went through an IKEA homeroom more than Area 51. I saw saucers, I saw a red light, I even saw a weird chair which I can't pronounce. Oh my god, fool.
But the thing about Area 51 is you don't know anything about Area 51.
Excuse me, I've given these facts, thank you very much. I know more than you.
We have no 100% proof.
Yeah.
We don't even know what it looks like because on Google Maps it's blurred out. I have tried to look. And on NFX Flight Simulator, it just isn't there. I've gone there. I've tried to find it. It wasn't there.
See, I just think you've got all that space. There must be something more than what you're saying. Okay, yes, you need space for like a runway. I get that.
Yeah, because there's runways, isn't there? It's a military base, isn't it? Yeah.
But like, what's underground?
London Underground.
Where the fuck's my fucking plane? London Underground. It's just
Well, think how big America is. Think how quickly how many nukes they have.
Yes, so that's another thing. Nukes were actually tested very near the site, the Area 51 site. Yeah. They tested nukes there, multiple ones. And they even trained, so this is where you're going to love the next fact, they even trained some of the astronauts in those sets because the lunar landings, they were very similar textures to the Nevada.
Proof that it's fake still.
So this is the thing. This is why it's an amazing topic to talk with you, because we talked about, last time you were on the show, we talked about the moon landing, didn't we?
Yeah.
So one of the
Oh, it'd be
facts I have
great.
here, one such theory is that the moon landing was faked and it was in fact filmed here in Nevada's Area 51. Now,
Just spray
going
painted
back to
silver.
not only this theory, but the last theory we spoke about, if Area 51 is the place they filmed it, then that would be crazy. Especially since the fact that they've already claimed that it looks very similar to the moon's surface, even to the point when they're on the moon, they say, oh, there's a quote which I looked up earlier today. One of the
Oh,
astronauts stated it was very similar to the Nevada craters.
right. Oh, the
What's on
links
the
in
moon?
here. The links in here are just beautiful, you could say.
We're like taking links out of a link tree.
I'm slightly disappointed, but then slightly mesmerized by you.
Hmm. I think going back to the guy who saw all the stuff or the like in a blacked out bus, I just think if you're hiding all this, it's got to be more than what we know.
It's got to be.
Hide that
If they're
much.
giving you a blacked out bus, you just feel like, yo, why is it so black in here?
That or is like one of those really bad prom reveal videos. It was like, I want to take you to prom, and it's just
He gets on the wrong bus and goes to Area 51 instead.
some girls waiting there with like loads of army soldiers in the back of the bus going, okay, you're not my boyfriend, but it'll work. She goes
Just
to
gone on
prom,
the.
like,
Just imagine the school bus and the Area 51 bus got mixed up. And loads of school kids have just gone to Area 51, and loads of army soldiers have just gone to
just
school.
you just see like 14 soldiers sitting in a maths class just going.
Only until the end of class, we're just like, hang on a minute, that wasn't Area 51.
It's like, have we got a Jessica here? No, it's Josiah.
Balake.
Have we got a Balake in the class?
Blake.
Oh,
Mom.
Sean Hennessy. The development of weather control.
Why do you want to control the weather? Oh, because then you're basically like God, aren't you? If you control the weather, you can give like Africa water all the time. If you control the weather, say Russia was annoying you, to be like thunderstorm, because they'll be like that when they do it. Thunderstorm.
They just like they don't even say it. Like imagine if you're controlling the weather and you can play music in the skies. What a lovely day it is today, Harry.
Lovely weather. Oh no.
So I wish I'm going to go back to that because we both just went. That was brilliant. Okay, yeah, but imagine if like they played music when you're hearing it. That would just be you at least to know like we hear like I don't know Africa by Toto when it rains. And the development of time travel and teleportation technology.
Right, teleportation could 100% be real. It is physically possible. Because I was reading about who's a really smart person.
I thought you were
He's
just about to say, I thought you were just about to say it because I did it the other day.
I can't remember. I think it's Brian Cox. I think you're saying when you go fast enough in time, well, fast enough, time will go around you can either speed up or slow down, depending on how fast or like the certain speed you're going. He also did say the lightsabers could be real because the light reflects monopoles. It
Well, no,
was in
have
the
you
same
ever
video.
seen the real life lightsaber video? There's a real life lightsaber video that Hacksmith has built on YouTube. I'm not going to add a link in the comments because that guy's
That
doing
is I've seen that. That is insane.
but like it
Oh,
heats up to I don't think it's like a full on like retractable one. I can't remember if it's retractable or not, but I know it's
no, it is. It's fully retractable. Like,
there you go then.
to be fair, he's doing well over there in Canada.
So that's the thing. If stuff like that's possible with just human resources, imagine what kind of shit's possible with alien resources.
Yeah, think what we got like valuable resources in Earth. You got diamonds. They can't break unless another diamond hits them. Carbon fiber, lightweight but durable.
I'm trying to think of other
What
valuable
the
things.
What the fuck is mascot? Vibranium?
Just we were like, quick, we're gonna make contact with the first aliens in the world. Wakanda forever. No, but
I'd
like,
love to know what resources they got though.
mm,
Think
well,
that there's a possibility that we could have some mad laser weapons in the future.
there's a
America would be fucked though.
there's a theory which I read about the other day, which the fact that the universe didn't start in the Big Bang, but it was before that there was the end of another universe. So there was a universe before us, which because after a while, so basically the way the universe works is, I'm just going to tell you all this now because I'm a scientist. But basically the
Oh,
universe
okay, cool.
expands to a point. It can only keep expanding until like I think it's something like to the pressure or something. Loads of science words, but it can only
Sciencey words.
yeah, it can only there's only a limit. As infinite as space is. There's apparent. I was reading up the other day. It will expand to a limit until it can't spread out anymore, and then it will just implode in on itself, causing another big bang. And whether something else happens after that, we don't know because we'll be dead.
I would hope so. All of that. Oh my god, where are we going?
Hmm. But like apparently there's a theory that there was a universe before ours.
What, and just got so big it just all of a sudden went, haha, Uno reverse.
That the universe imploded in on itself and created a new one, which is why we are here now. Which means there probably was life, intelligent life like this out there.
Yeah, you're probably smarter than us.
They're probably doing better podcasts than us. So we've got the development of exotic propulsion systems related to the Aurora program.
What's the Aurora program?
I don't know. I didn't do my research. Let's skip it. So when I was actually looking into this, my iPad glitched. Genuinely, and no, this is serious now. I went onto this page, and it was like a conspiracy theory page, and I
Yeah.
typed in what is in Area 51. I was having a look at a few resources, and I came onto this one. The thing was like Indian Times. I don't know. I don't subscribe. So I went on it, and I was looking at it fine, and I clicked back to go back onto the Google search to see what else I can look at, and nothing happened. I was like, that's weird. So I kept clicking it, and it kept refreshing the page, and I was like, okay. So I was just there going, oh shit, if they've got me now, I'm just there.
I'm fucked.
I'm pressing the back button whilst writing my will with the other hand.
Yeah, okay. If I die, okay, basically, I want all the money and fame to go to Harry. Harry is not real.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then I literally just and I was looking at it going, this is weird. So I carried on pressing back up to the point where I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just go into history. And literally, I looked down. There's a list of like 50 of the same tab, which has just been refreshed, and it said that I visited this page like 50 times. And I was like, this isn't true. This is, and I just started. I was just there like, okay,
This is a lie.
I'm just gonna go back to Pornhub. Really, is this?
Go back to the old reliable.
So in the mid 1950s, they tested spy planes. They used to have an airstrip at Area 51. The UFO reports line up very well with the experimental planes being tested. So the times that they were tested is very much in line with this, which is very interesting because it kind of debunks the whole idea of UFOs. But except the government didn't tell. I love that. The government didn't.
Goddamn government.
America. They didn't tell obviously anyone about their weapons and all that stuff. So it was very and the planes. So the stuff they saw, people assumed was UFOs.
Yeah, obviously. You just see something flying, just gonna think, that's round. It's a UFO. You're not gonna think, it's a spy plane, are you?
Although they weren't really helping themselves because, like they were saying, I was looking at some of the models they had weren't like actual shaped kind of planes. They were just ridiculous ones, and they weren't like following the normal shape. There's like ones like that. There was ones like this, and there's ones like that.
Right, these are spy planes, aren't they?
Or wait, what bones for you? You know, that was a terrible joke, and I spent ages trying to do.
You messed it up 3 times. After the second time, you should have gone, you know what, never mind.
What's going on? Yeah,
But
so
just think, Area 51, they've got a secret UFO in there. Don't you think they have a secret UFO in there, and they're actually using it now? Because think you're not going to see a UFO, are you? Because it's probably got camouflage or something. Think, okay, USA and Russia aren't the best of friends. They're definitely spying on Russia if they had a UFO.
Hang on. You saying camo just makes me wonder that aliens sat there just painting like different color splodges in different colors. It's all right, baby. They won't see us. We'll blend in with the trees. We're up in the sky, Harold. Yeah, well, they're very tall.
There are trees down there. Ain't gonna know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, over there, it's just a desert. There's trees. We'll give them. I don't know why. Just change the accent halfway through.
The Americans, they tried to create and replicate the Wonder Woman invisible jet. This was genuine things. They actually got to the point where they decided to make a plane out of glass, and thinking that it would be see through, but they couldn't manufacture the correct parts to be all made of glass.
Right.
And also,
However, I still have never got the point of the invisible jet because Wonder Woman is not invisible. So she's just going to be sitting down.
Tell you what, not only does she face like constant sexism for being a woman and have a very provocative outfit, but she could never go commando. First of all, she
Oh my god!
she gets in that jet. And is like, you know what? I'm feeling myself today. Not really. She's like, I'm feeling good. I'm going to go for a fly around today. You know what? There's no crime. Just going to go for a fly around. You know what? I'm a bit hot. Who needs underwear? So she go and flying around. Some poor guy has gone, oh my God, look, it's Wonder Woman.
It's Wonder Woman without any underwear on. Also, do you think the flying the invisible jet had like wheels on it?
No, I've never seen them.
I hate you with passion. I don't like you, okay? I don't like you.
Yet you are here on my show.
I am here.
Yeah, no, I think it's like similar to cloaking technology. Have you seen there's a shield with a certain certain refractive material, and it's like perspex kind of thing. And what it does is when attached to a clear, it's like a clear kind of thing, but it distorts the vision behind it. And when it's curved, it refracts the light to generate whatever's behind the material, like invisible. So there's a guy who built a riot shield out of it. So he built a riot shield, put the material on, and he actually hid behind it. And all you can see is like, as you know, in like the footage of ghosts, and you see that little haze, that dark haze.
Yeah.
You
just see a little faint thing, but you don't see it.
Yeah, you see a close phase like behind the riot shield, and like you can just tell he's there. But if you walk straight past him, you wouldn't see him, and it's incredible.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait, does that mean we could have invisibility? Well, some to an extent, a little bit of invisibility. Because if so, that could be monumental to think of planes having it. Put it on the bottom of a plane, nobody's going to see it, are they? They just see the city on the mirror.
They don't they have those like because obviously did you ever watch Top Gear? Of course.
Yes, obviously.
Did you ever see the episode where Richard Hammond created a van with TVs on either side and at the back, and he basically kind of made it invisible, but he was able to give the cars behind him a visual look at what's in front.
Yeah, because he put cameras on them, didn't he? And it just reflects what was around in it. So to some extent, had some invisibility.
If that's possible with a van, surely with like the right money and that you could recreate.
Yeah, let's be honest. Top Gear aren't the best at making stuff, are they? If they can make that, think how advanced they can make. The US Army can make something.
What we're saying is, give Top Gear a better budget, and we can have military grade weapons.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
We're just there, like right. We brought some new scientists in. They're from Top Gear, so give them a chance. Here's some of their revolutions. Like, okay, I've got a flamethrower. You turn it here, and it's a house, and like this, and you got a portable shower.
Right, we're going to Mars next week. What do you mean we ain't got a rocket ship? I do. Just put a Citroen on top of a rocket. Says we're ready to go.
Right, okay. We've given Top Gear guys the right tech to make a rocket for us. They say it's going to be streamlined and everything. So what have you got? Took this Renault Clio, and what I've done is I've strapped it to a bike.
And that bike can fly. We're going to the moon.
The Sticks is there bricking it, going.
And the Stig, he's riding the bike.
You just see like brown stain come from the Stig's white suit. Okay, and the last one I actually have to say is there's actually nothing happening, and it's more directed from the government to get away with other things. So the government are coming up with all of these crazy assumptions to cover up what they're really doing, which makes sense.
That'll be the best cover-up story ever. Area 51 has got loads of aliens in. However, this area definitely hasn't. I promise you. They're all in Area 51. You go into the other areas, there's this aliens walking around like, right, Joe? Like, what?
Area 52 is like, oh, you're looking for alien? No, that's Area 52. This is Area 51. This is totally different. We don't do aliens here.
Yeah, we just have the cover-up story.
You know what I love though? This theory, it's very much like, you know, when you tell a kid, you go, oh, look that way, you eat their food. It's like, it does make sense. The government do hide a lot of stuff.
Obviously.
But like,
you don't want the Russians being like, ha ha ha, you have this, we have this now.
I just want to make a disclaimer to any viewers. I know Harry brings up Russians quite a lot. He doesn't have an issue with Russians. Some of his best mates are Russian. Take his family, you know. If anything, Harry's the black sheep. His dad, Vladimir. His mum, Vladimir.
Igor.
His sister, Vladimir. Harry's actually the black sheep because he was originally called Gerald. To be fair though, my whole family, we're all English, all of us. There's not one of us who isn't. They got me, Daniel, my sister Katie, my mum Kim, my dad Craig, and my brother Sim Tuong.
Sing pong.
He's Irish.
Oh I can see that last point being plausible.
Mm-hmm.
I think all the focus is on Area 51. Let's be honest, if you think of an area, you think of Area 51 in America. There's probably other areas that we know, but I don't know. I only know Area 51. There probably is other ones, but they haven't got the popularity as 51.
So this is the thing I was thinking about. Like, you got Area 51, but like, if it is, they got some places like let's say what's a big conspiracy? There's like, you think if it was nothing going on, they would turn it into tourism. They would make it like have like an alien gift shop when you turn up, you know, like, or like you get to take a picture with the fake moon landing. You know, they would play on it, but like, because what I'm trying to think of other places like Buckingham Palace. You can view Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, and you can go into the.
They're not
Where
hiding.
you can go?
The
Yeah,
Queen.
but you can go into a bit in Buckingham Palace, can't you? Yeah, you can do tours. I'm pretty sure.
The Queen isn't hiding shit. You know, she'll be like, "Oh, sorry, I just come out the shower. Hello, have a look at
with a towel and a head turban, just like, oh, I'm sorry, just walks off.
I think they would certainly, if it was nothing to hide, they would certainly turn it into tourism and make something more of it.
I mean, how I can contradict that point though with you, because it still could be. It's still a military base, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think you turn it into tourism. That's one less military base.
True that. Yeah, makes sense.
However, there was this thing I read about the other day. It was about how this person was out in the woods, like they saw a meteorite crash down. So they're like, all right, might as well go explore it. Because let's be honest, if we see a meteorite, we're gonna go, oh, I'll have a look at that.
With meteorite, we're like bugs to lights. Like, oh, I want to touch it.
I want to touch it. No, but he went over it and so it was an alien spaceship. Now he was like, yo, because this was like in the middle of the night. So like, right, okay, I'm gonna go get some sleep, and I'll come back in the morning. When he comes back in the morning, there was a thing he said he saw lots of people like men in black and people who work for the military, like taking it apart and taking it somewhere. He said Area 51, but there was no proof that he took it there. But he said that he saw people, humans there. I don't know if he said anything about any other life form, but he said there was humans there, and it was an UFO. It was not
Do you reckon?
English.
Do you reckon they escorted the alien out like paparazzi with celebrities? Like, no, no, baby.
Just covered in their
Like
jackets. Like, no, we can't see him. We can't see him.
So, Harry, we talked a lot about Area 51. We've discussed it. What's your final verdict on the Area 51 conspiracy?
I think there is something going on there, but to the large proportion of aliens, I would cut it off. I think there are like Earth things over there, but I don't think there's such thing as like an alien. However, the point you brought up about it being just a tourist attraction has made me think in a different area there is aliens. But I think it's a bit of 50-50. Like, I'll believe some of it, but I don't believe some of it.
I'm the same. I think that there probably is something going on there, but I don't think it's what everyone's been told. Like, I think maybe I do believe aliens are real. I think if we exist, there must.
So do I.
I think if something else exists out there, they've probably got different climates, different gravity, different environments. They're going to be looking different and acting different to us. And I do believe that's the case. And I think if there is any which come to Earth, I don't think they would go there. I don't think they would be in a place which is known for. I think if they did, they probably started out that way, but then they got caught.
Yeah, when you want to go to like Maidstone, big up Maidstone, massive.
Yeah, I just think that what they used to, maybe, I believe that there probably was a case of, and I think if there is UFOs, then I'm not necessarily they exist, but I think there probably was, and there probably has been unidentified flying objects, not necessarily aliens.
Yes.
And I think their failed tech and why the Men in Black get there or whoever they are, I think the reason they get to there first is to take it apart before anyone else knows what else is going on, and they start having a look at the stuff they built. Harry, thank you for coming on. It's
been a fucking pleasure.
Yeah, it's been good fun. Now, before you go, have you got any new theories which you've been thinking about and you want to address in the last few minutes of the show?
Okay, promise you won't laugh at me. Well, let's just say the late night 3 o'clock on my iPad, there's this thing that pops out about Adolf Hitler still being alive and him fleeing away to Argentina. I did some research. I was like, that's actually plausible. So that's one I would like to say. Adolf Hitler survived. He didn't actually shoot himself. He flew away to Argentina.
Do you reckon he just gave himself a new trim and then hopped on a plane or a bus or something?
Gave himself a mohawk.
He went through like a lockdown haircut just to get out.
Shaved it all off and grew a mohawk and became a goth.
Okay, well, I've actually got one this week. So one I have is lemons and limes. You're going to laugh. When a lime goes out of date, it turns yellow. Lemons and limes, very, very similar. Well, I'm trying to think. I want to know. I know it's not true, but I believe that when a lime goes off and out of date, it turns into a lemon because it goes more sour, but also it changes color. Now, logically, that works, but God's telling me, no, you're wrong. Get your head out the
God
gutter.
just gave you a middle finger and said no.
Thank you very much for coming onto the show, Harry. It's been a pleasure. Have you enjoyed yourself?
I've enjoyed myself very much. Thank you very much.
We talked about quite a lot of things. We talked about weather controls. We've talked about aliens. We've talked about spaceships. We talked about it all. Thank you again for coming on, and I hope to see you soon in another episode. Would you be down for that?
I'll gladly do it again. We always have a laugh every time we do it, so I like it.
Cool. That sounded very scripted, and
I promise you, everybody, this wasn't scripted.
So, like, I've had a great time. Thank you. Yeah, you can be done now. Thanks.
Did I say all the jokes right on the script?
Okay, well, thank you very much, and I think it's time to say goodbye. So, see you, everyone.
Evidi Zen.